Oke, game tadi tidak mudah buat kita ya, terutama lawan tim sekelas Prawira, apalagi tanding di home mereka. Ya, mereka punya chemistry, ya mental juara. Ya. Tapi saya kredit buat para pemain ya Tangerang Hawks tadi di second half mereka wake up ya, terutama di defense. Eh, karena di awal kita belum dapat ritme game, jadi presentasi kita kurang bagus, di defense pun kita nggak bagus. Makanya di second half saya instruin anak-anak untuk lebih di defense dan kita perbaiki di transisi offense kita. Kita banyak dapat isi poin di transisi, itu menjadi strength kita, dan field goal kita perbaiki ya. Di 3 point awal cuma 15%, di second half kita naik jadi 27%. Di 2 point pertama cuma 30 something, naik jadi 45%. Itu yang bagus buat anak-anak, apapun kondisinya mereka mau menang. Itu.
Uh, First half, we started off slow. We like to play transition basketball. First half, we only had 4 points of transition. I think second half we kind of tightened up a little bit and started playing better defense, stronger defense. We had 3, 4 players with 2 steals apiece. That's just being aggressive on the ball, making plays on the ball. And second half have what 11, 12 points in the fast break. I mean, when we do stuff like that, it makes us kind of hard to beat. I think Bandung played a really good game. They played hard on defense. They definitely made us adjust on the fly, and it was good. I think we came out, we showed some heart in the second half, showed that we can fight back and make good adjustments. But it's only one game, so Sunday is another one. We go back to Jakarta, play Hantua, and get another one going. No comment on that situation. I mean, it is what it is. There's, a, yeah, no comment. I can't. No comment on that. It, the situation just is what it is. Like I don't want to address the situation. I mean, I feel like he may know what happened. He may not know what happened, but there's no comment on that.
Ya itu bagian dari game ya, bagian dari game, mana ke situ. Cuma ya saya sebenarnya tidak mau hal itu terjadi. Makanya saya coba untuk menenangkan tadi ya, melerai, bahkan sampai saya menarik Bran sampai ke tengah lapangan karena saya tidak mau terjadi apapun ya setelah game. Apalagi kita sudah menangkan pertandingan, ya itu penting. Kita ada fight selama 4 quarter ya, jangan ada kejadian lanjutan, itu saya nggak mau. Oke, itu juga. Oke, emang tadi seperti saya jelaskan di awal kita slow start ya, karena pengaruh juga kita away pertama kali lawan Prawira, jadi pemain kadang masih belum dapat ritmenya, sedikit nervous di awal, tapi di second half saya anak-anak untuk lebih agresif on defense, ya, because it is our strength on defense. Dan kita bisa membuat Prawira 22 turnover. Ya. Kita banyak stealing ball, credit for B-Boy, Alan, Brans, Nicole, dan Winston juga yang mereka pressure selalu. Kita kontrol Yuda biar nggak bikin poin banyak. Itu. Dan itu berhasil di second half. Dan ya, good defense, ya, good offense. Itu.
Hello, everyone. Today's game was kind of I would say, the definition of what's going on this season, which is one word I would say is inconsistent. We had moments of good basketball. We had moments of really, really solid scheme plan. Everybody was together on defense, on offense. And then I think we got away from that in the second half. I think they turned up a little bit of the intensity on their pressure and on their defense, which we already knew. We practiced it. They also kind of had momentum off of our turnovers, of course. I think some of our turnovers were just unacceptable, passing it directly to a player while we're staring down the pass. As professionals, that's just not acceptable at all. And I think that also gave them momentum. 28 points off of turnovers. They got only one extra shot than us, so that says a lot. I mean, I think if we just cut down in that area a bit, we can win the basketball game. Our shooting woes have continued right now. Up until the last point of the game, we were 3 of 25 from 3. It's just not going to win at a high level. These guys work too hard on shooting. We work too hard on shooting every single day, and it's not going in right now. So the reality is we are where we are. We have to get out of this inconsistency. There's so many moments where we show beautiful basketball. You can look back to the SM game where we played really well in the second half. In this game, we played really well, specifically on defense in the first half. But then you look at the other halves, and we play like we could be potentially, a team that can lose to everybody. So that's where we're at this moment. We need more support. We need our imports to step up a bit more. We need our local players to continue to try to produce and help the team. More contributions. They had a bunch of local players contributing tonight. So it takes everybody. It takes me. It takes me continuing to try to get these guys open, get them shots, put them in the right positions to win. But to be honest, this was not what I was expecting coming out of the second half. It happened. It is what it is. We deal with it. And we have to move on to day one. We have to grow from this and get better and try to fix this weekend by finishing off the weekend with a win on Sunday.
So obviously this is not, what we were looking for. And like Coach said, we turned the ball over way too much. We cut that in half, and we can, win the game. But moving forward, though, keep our head up, building. Coach is going to do a good job preparing us. We have to pay attention and execute for 40 minutes. Right now, like Coach said, we're a first half or a second half team, so we've got to do that for 40 minutes. And I believe if we can do that for 40 minutes, we can come out with a win on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. To answer the first question, I think it's just finding a balance of who's going to score, who's going to do what. I think, like everyone, I mean, as a coach, you hope that the guys that come in and are role players that have to shoot a three, that they hit them. That's their job. A guy that comes in and hustles and is supposed to get offensive rebounds, that's what he does. A guy that's supposed to bring energy and play defense, that's what he does. And I think right now we're getting sometimes we're getting nothing, from certain people. And then it's like, most of the time we're getting some sort of negative result from that substitution or that player or that role, that player in that role. And then all of a sudden, we're paying for it on the other side. And then we got to sub and we got to find another lineup. But for me, the biggest thing is like offensively. I really don't believe that this is a defensive thing. Even their points tonight, it wasn't really because of our defense. It was because of our turnovers and them getting runouts. You think about all the timeouts I called. We're on runouts and layups. So it's just a problem with our offense. We're not shooting the ball well. We're not being strong with the basketball. We're not putting the ball in the basket. I think we counted 14 points missed in transition tonight, just on 3-on-2s, 4-on-1s, 3-on-1s, and we're making every wrong decision right now. So that's something that I got to help with. We got to help clean that up for the boys. And then obviously, the game is about producing. The game is about putting the ball in the basket. And we're not doing that at a high rate. I mean, it was 20 at half. I mean, that's like a high school score. So we gotta get that up. We gotta improve. We gotta keep working on our game, and we gotta just get these guys mentally ready. I think is the most important thing right now. I think the physical is there. The guys' bodies, the guys' condition and shape is all there. I think it's a mental thing at this moment, and sometimes that happens with teams. And I think we gotta get out of our own heads, and we just gotta play basketball and trust our shots, trust our layups, trust our reads, our passes, and things like that. And I hope it happens sooner than later. So that comes through work, film, and then you just, trusting yourself, believing in yourself. The second question was about the ending of the game. It's really unfortunate that happened. We're not a team that ever backs down from anyone. Literally, so the whole game, our team can tell you there was nothing said from our sideline. Nothing at all. And same from their sideline as well. And then 15 seconds happened at the end of the game, and all of a sudden this whole curse words and shouting at our bench. I'm in a seat like this. It just surprised me. That's why I was like, excuse me? Like, what happened? Everybody was surprised. Like, you guys won the game. There was no talking. And then they decided to start shouting the curse words, pointing at us, the whole thing when he was going to shoot a free throw. And that just, that's unacceptable. And that's unacceptable by the league as well. So first of all, we don't back down from anything like that. That's not my style ever, and it never will be. I don't care what happens. The other thing is the league and the referees just allowed that to just go on. They just kept letting it go and drag, and then it got to that point, And two teams that are competitive, all these guys are competitive. Credit to them for winning the game. I take nothing away from them, and I was going to take nothing away from them regardless. They won the game. But, to take it to that level is unnecessary. And I think that that could have been avoided, to be quite honest. But when you start attacking somebody and approaching somebody and start calling people names and stuff like that, we're not going for that. So you guys know me. That's always been me, and that's just who I am, man. Yeah. 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 Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's a good point. I think, to be honest, like that is, I do think it could be that. I think everybody does want to beat us. I think it's no different from PJ, Dewa, SM. Like everybody's so proud when they beat you. We've played teams last year like Rams. They beat us. They're celebrating, jumping up and down on the court. And I get that. I get all of that. And if they did that at the end of the game, I would have had no problem with that. Like I said, for me, it's just like, when you approach us and start shouting at our bench and going after us, it's like, hey, man, what are you doing? What is that about? So for me, it just went over the line for me. But them winning, them celebrating, them being happy, trying to beat us so bad, that's great because you're right. I mean, we've established that standard here. And that's kind of what we've done in the past. But, I mean, the past is the past at this point. So for me, I definitely agree with you, but there's always a line. And you just can't cross that line. That's all. Yeah.